Hello, 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 and welcome to another Disgruntled Elk video stream, whatever, depends on how you're watching it. But we have made some changes, kind of based off of when my homie and compatriot in building Hammer joined last time. We talked about maybe adding Kappa Cannoneer to the deck because we do have so many zeros and the ability to play both Rebuke and Kappa against like Wrath of the Skies decks feels like a really good spot to be. Now how we sideboard is a little interesting, but kind of to give you the rundown, no changes with the land. Since Spider is not here, I'm just going to run with the 3 Hallowed Fountains. We have our 16 zeros. These are pseudo zeros, right? Our 2 gifts, our 4 Battlefield Improvisation, 4 Paladin, 4 Stoneforge, 4 Metallic Rebuke, which is mana leak, but usually just costs single blue and tap your Axe, tap your Ornithopter. And then Nettlecyst is a really nice kind of pretty large threat that you can grab off of Gift and Stoneforge. And then in the sideboard is really where we saw some changes. So we've been playing any number of Tezzerets, and I think Tezzeret Cruel Captain is good, but I don't know that he's quite what we need. He isn't quite as aggressive as I'd like. Against the decks that are wrathing you, it can be tough to actually keep a board going, even if he's in play. Whereas Kappa Cannoneer just kind of kills people. So Spider ended up just playing 4 copies in the sideboard. We had 3. We just cut, I think, the 1 Tezzeret for the 4th copy and said, hey, and then he immediately 5-0'd. So that was sweet. But yeah, so the one thing I have considered is cutting 1 Memnite, and then you can add a Bauble, a Needle, a Cage, or a Crypt to your main deck. I'd probably go either Crypt or Needle. Crypt because it costs 0, but Needle obviously has a ton of value against Goblin Charbelcher, which is I expect to be continuing in popularity because it just won the Pro Tour. Consign to Memory, just really good card, and Portable Holes is kind of a really flexible removal spell that lets us still cast Kappa Cannoneer. So the more artifacts you can have in your deck, the better, especially if they're cheap, because they do just ramp the cap out, which is pretty nice. But yeah, I mean, not a lot else to visit here. Let's just kind of jump into it. Stark Bartender, I hope you have a good night. Appreciate you swinging by. There we go. All right. Friendly League. I'm not friendly. I mean, reasonable. Modern League. Let's enter this. And let's see, make sure. All right. Looks correct to me. All right. Let's just jump into it. Get some games going. Have some fun. Hope y'all are having fun. Modern's honestly looking kind of sick right now. A lot less grindy nonsense than there used to be, but that being said, I'm sure because I said that, we will play exclusively against Wrath of the Sky Solitude decks today. Hey, what's up, Janos? How you doing, man? Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying the list. Unfortunately, I moved recently, so kind of haven't gotten to jam as much as I'd like, but finally kind of settled in the new place. Going from there, I think if you're expecting more Goryos, which is very reasonable, Tormod's Crypt is probably where I'd be. Okay. I mean, this is definitely a hand that I wish I had the archive, but it's definitely a keep. Because we have Axe, Ornithopter, land, go, and then we can rebuke their first thing. And then turn 2, we can play Stoneforge, grab hammer, and then turn 3, kill them. Yeah. Not doing this. Yeah, I think trimming a Memnite or like a card at random is a pretty reasonable decision. Okay. I'm guessing Leyline Axe is a reader here. Not the most the most common card to see. Let's go ahead and pass here. Hopefully they do just jam something we want to counter on 1 so we can rebuke it. Okay. Well, okay. I mean, I'm just gonna attack first. If I had like a Mox Opal, I wouldn't attack here because the Ornithopter can't get in. Or it can't like help improvise the Metallic Rebuke. Okay. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get a basic Plains. We don't really know what they're on, so I'm not going to worry too much. All right. Yeah, I mean, let's get a hammer. All right. So yeah, now obviously I think the best draw on the deck is any mana source, which thankfully they're all untapped. Lush Portico, Flooded Strand, so I think this is, if it's a meta deck, I would guess Domain Zoo. But obviously could be any number of things. 4 axes on a Paladin turn 2 is pretty good. Casual 12 ball with 4 trample. Not 3, not 2, not single trample. Quadruple trample. That's a lot. Okay. So this could also be like a control variant. So they could be ending the Ornithopter. Sure. Still want to hit a land here. I think they're doing that because it stops Mox from being online without me playing. Okay, that's nice. I do think I'm just gonna like go Memnite. Yeah. Turn 1, you got to do that because the Mox Opal is a silly card. So we can either... So the consideration is if they have Force of Negation, then it's tempting to hold the hammer. But I think if we just go like hammer, Memnite, hold up Rebuke, it's pretty good. All right, let's get in there. Hiya. And so yeah, once again, any mana source real nice here. Did you manage to draw the Colossus Hammer for like the turn 2 deal 30? If a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Sure. So I'll rebuke this. Well, actually, like, I think we let this happen, right? Because if the last card is a Solitude, they die. I guess we need a land for that to be the case. The Vocalist also goes away. Yeah. All right. Well, we couldn't hold the Stoneforge activation and Rebuke, right? I kind of wanted to be able to do it all. All right, well. I'd like to attack for $1 billion. 25? Okay, they're dead. Sweet. All right. So I don't know what they're doing. So if I knew I had another mana source rolled up, I would just have just let the Ephemerate go. But because we were going to play the Paladin, we can't Rebuke as well without hitting a land. And we didn't hit a land. But I think both are pretty reasonable. I have no idea what they're doing. So I'm tempted to just not sideboard at all. I'll probably bring in Vexing Bauble because they're likely a Solitude deck. Could be a Wrath of the Skies deck is the other consideration, right? So in those instances, usually when I bring in the Kappas, I like trimming like 1 or 2 Battlefield Improvisation because I see them as a very similar card. And then like trim a couple of these probably. I don't actually know what they're doing, so I don't want to like go too hard. But we saw multiple white sources, so I assume they have Wrath of the Skies in their deck. Yeah, so just like cut these, bring these in. Sure. All right. Why not? Okay, yeah, I mean, this is definitely a keep. We have Fountain for Bauble, and then, like, we can start Rebuking, which is kind of sick. But I don't know, it's a weird hand. Okay, so yeah, because we definitely have something to do with the Stoneforge, or with our mana on turn 2, I am just going to run out the Bauble now. This stops Ephemerate, Rebound. It stops Solitude, obviously. It is a little awkward because we do have a bunch of zeros in our deck, but I think it's fine. Also, if we do draw a bunch of zeros, we can just cash in the Bauble if we want. They did mulligan. Okay, so they're at least 4-color. They could ending the Bauble, but I think I'm okay with that. Shock. They shocked in the Hallowed Fountain, so they could have like any number of counter spells up. I still think I'm running the Stoneforge out. Like, so if we just go Saga, we can Rebuke. Yeah, because I like being able to Rebuke Ophelia here. And then also it's really bad if they go like snare into, like if they spell snare us into like White Source Wrath of the Skies for 1, clear our Urza Saga and our Vexing Bauble. Okay. Like we said, can be awkward. I think I'm just going to do this and probably make a Construct. It's going to make a Construct or play a Nettle Cyst, but I think I like just make a Construct. Obviously not casting the Ornithopter because it would get countered by Vexing Bauble. Very strange game. So they mulled a 6 and did nothing on the first 3 turns of the game. Okay, whatever this is, I'm probably rebuking it. Maybe they forgot to leave up white or something. Alright, whatever. Yeah, make a construct. Not my favorite 2 draws. So yeah, we'll let this one resolve. Float mana here, and I'm probably just going to grab a Mox Opal. I'm so confused, yeah. So they're consigning here. Okay. Okay, so they're probably countering both triggers, which is fine. It is tempting to counter the... Yeah, I think I'm going to rebuke this one so I can still search. That one and that one. Yeah, so they double stacked on this one, so I'm not making constructs with it anyway. This is fine though. And so now we get to go get Mox Opal. Yep. And I think just attack for 3, play Stoneforge. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so here, what do I want to get? I think it's probably a hammer. It's either hammer or boots. I'm almost inclined to get boots here. Yeah. I'm about it. I'm just going to board this Vexing Bauble back out, I think. That's the tough part about Vexing Bauble when you don't know what you're necessarily facing, is they could, like, it could be really good or it could be terrible. Like, so if they Wrath this guys here, I'll probably concede. Yeah, okay. Cool. So I'm not gonna have the Bauble. I'm just gonna have the Memnite. And I do like the Kappas here. I think we just keep all the zeros and trim the 2 BIs. I don't want the Wraths, or the portable holes, especially against the Wrath. Yep. All right. Whew. All right, well. So we can go turn 1, Axe, Mox Opal, Hammer, second, so 1 to play that. We can play a Paladin and equip everything on turn 1. I'm gonna do it. Like, you don't register this deck to not do this. All right. I will keep this one. I will play this guy. And I would like to move everything onto him. Do you have an answer right now? Anytime it's a bad matchup, which I assume they're a Solitude Wrath this guy's deck. Okay, so tag the hammer, but we're still crunching for 6. Okay, that's pretty nice. Draw a card. Give him Ward 1, which could be super relevant. So 4/3. Yeah, all right. Attack for 8. Trying to think if there's a reason to play out the Memnite. I feel like it is correct to play the Memnite here. And then I think I do like moving the axe. Yeah. So move the axe here. Because even if they like kill the Memnite, we can move the axe back. Okay, tapped land. Note that this would have been a meticulous archive. I guess we grabbed it with our Arid Mason. Never mind. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Okay, so I think I just move this here. And then we attack for 1, 2, 3. That's lethal. All right. Well, let's do it. Boots here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The question is, are we moving the axe over to this one? I think the answer is actually no. So like we attack with... So like if they have Solitude, they can't ephemerate if they want. I think we do move it because we need them to... like so if they have Solitude ephemerate, we want them to... Well, I guess it like doesn't force it anyway, right? So if we do this, attack with, that's 10, 11 coming across. If they Solitude, eat this Paladin with the enter, ephemerate it, eat the Memnite, like by blocking, they go to 13, take 8, go to 5. I think that's probably correct. 2 plus 8. I think it's... It doesn't really matter, right? Because if they have Ephemerate... So they go Solitude, Ephemerate, they Solitude, eat this one. Ephemerate, eat this one with the trigger... But this means they can't gain 3 life instead. Yeah, so I think this is actually the better attack. Oh, okay, they died. Sure. I like that they made me click through it. I respect that. Oh. All right. Would I like to play first? I would love to. Oh man. This hand's like really close. If we had an equipper, I would keep it, but we don't have an equipper, so I won't. This hand is totally reasonable. So we start Axe, Gift. I'm probably bottoming Ink Moth here. Axe, Gift for a hammer probably. Yeah, so bottom Ink Moth. Yeah, I think. Yeah, so the reason I think I elaborated on like why I did that. Oh, looks like we might have a wild spider space joining. Give me just a second. All right, and we do have Spider Space joining us. Spider, you want to talk real quick? Make sure I get your levels right.
Hello, hello.
Sweet.
Late
All
to the
right.
party.
You're good. You're good.
Fashionably, right?
We kept a 6 here. We don't know where it against. We're in game 2 or match 2, game 1. And I think I'm just gonna go Mesa, Fetch, Hollowed Fountain, Steel Shaper's Gift here. Probably just grab a hammer.
Okay. And I see no surveilling, correct?
Yeah, you weren't here to make me do it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I do think if you had it, this would be a surveil spot.
I think that's reasonable. But if I had it in my deck, it would have been in a keepable 7 and it would have been the only land because I'm cursed.
Well, you already mulled the 7 anyway. So.
Right, but it would have been a good 7.
Okay, all right, I see.
So I think we're just going like Saga Hammer, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, all right.
I just ran it in a prelim last night with. I was trying a main deck Tormod script, and I know you and I diverge on the third fountain versus the surveil.
Yeah.
Kind of this like weird experience of I like somehow both had flooded a bit, right? They just like kept having hands where it was like, oh, it's like 4 lands, but like the rest is good. Maybe one of them's a saga, so you like reluctantly keep it. But it's like too much, you know?
Yeah, I'm with you.
And then at the same time, I kept having hands where it was like, man, I'd love to keep if I knew I was going to draw another land. This hand's amazing.
Yeah.
And like, I think I messaged you about surveilling a ink moth to the yard and wishing I had a colored source.
Yeah.
It's like
the paladin.
I don't know. I don't really know where it left me. It's like it was like I both want to cut a land and add the 20th, and I don't know. I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. No, I hear you. It's tough. Like maybe it's cut the ink moths and add like 2 colored sources, like a couple canopy lands, but doesn't cast the blue spells. Neither does ink moth though, so that's kind of wash. Mox Opal felt like a really good draw here.
Yeah.
So we can make a construct plus gift, but then we can't rebuke. I think I do want to hold up rebuke. So I think we're just like making a construct holding up rebuke, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Because this lets us like...
I don't think...
Yeah.
There's just no need to hold it up or to cast the gift, right? Like, we're always making a construct here, and so like maybe you won't end up needing to use the extra mana, and it's like, all right, whatever, I wasted a mana.
Yeah.
But I think the option of being able to counter and make a guy is very strong. And if you use the mana and then you like can't make a guy, you're gonna be real upset if you do have to counter something.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with any of what you said. It's also like they could be on a combo deck that kills us this turn, so being able to ignore that feels good.
Yeah. I don't.
But this is,
I have no idea what they're on right now.
Same. This is why we have boots in the deck, though, right? Holy Okay. Well, I think now it's float mana, get boots, play paladin with metallic rebuke up, and kill them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like that a lot.
That changed everything. Yeah, just get boots.
I love
here.
these turns
God,
where
so
you just like I'm doing the thing plus protection.
It feels really good.
It's nasty.
There's
There's also like even if like let's say somehow they have like
real quick
they go to counter pure steel.
Is there a consideration to equipping boots to the construct first? With the floating mana? So. Okay.
Well,
I'm inclined to agree with you, but I don't think it matters that much, so.
I'm trying to think of why it might.
It's like it might.
I can't think of a reason why it would matter.
Responding.
Oh, I see.
No. Boop.
Is that? Oh yeah, I guess that's fine. Okay. Oh wait. Oh, I see. You have to. Okay, never mind. You're good.
No, you're good. You're good. I could have tapped the. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, we have to tap the one colored source, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I still have no idea what they're doing.
They're Temur with the card Lightning Bolt.
I think I'm going to click submit. Maybe bring in a needle. I don't know.
Okay, so Temur, Lightning Bolt. I can't think of like a combo deck that, at least not a real one.
Maybe
like, they could be like twin or something. But
maybe like normal scape shift. We kind of already have the Metallic Rebukes for that matchup.
they're not on white, so it's like I'm not that scared of like Wrath. I mean, they could have like I guess they could have Meltdown.
Yeah, but we're fine with Meltdown. Like, I'm not happy, but I'm fine.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just like eyeing the Kappa is mostly what I'm doing.
It's like, I don't know. We could bring in Bauble, Crypt, Needle. I think it's like kind of free to bring in the Needle for like Beseiju over like a Memnite or an Ornithopter. Sure. Why not?
Wonder if they're like Neoform splashing red. Like, what would they want red for though?
Lightning Bolt.
Like, you can't play Lightning Bolt. Yeah.
Clearly Lightning Bolt.
Neoform with Lightning Bolt. Yes.
Okay, well, this hand's like pretty good, right? Well, is it?
Yeah.
So we can gift on one if we don't draw a land for a hammer, and then we have Metalcraft online. Yeah, I'm keeping this.
Yeah.
They mold the 5.
Would you surveil if you had it instead of getting the hammer on one if you had the surveil land?
I think it depends on what we draw.
Can you say more?
So I think if it's a 0, I don't know. I'd have to see it. Sorry, been a weird day over here too. Okay, Stomping Ground tapped. That's a good draw. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna play a turn 1 Stoneforge Mystic, or we could turn 1 gift and cast Hammer. Right? That seems pretty good.
Yeah, I just want to gift Hammer and Thopter.
I guess
we have to Thopter, but yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to think if they had an untapped land here, I would lead with the Mox, I think, because then they can't bolt the Thopter in response. Yeah. All right. I'm not worried about getting Blood Moon. Yep. Let's get a hammer and cast a hammer. It seems unlikely we get Wrath of the Skies this turn. They could melt down us if they have it, but like it is what it is.
Yeah, Meltdown for 1 would be good.
Don't do it.
Like, honestly, probably like game losingly good.
Okay, no, not Meltdown. No. Okay, it's still green mana. I'm getting trolled here in the Moto streets. Okay. Nothing. So, what does that tell us? It tells me they have like interaction or a threat. I think I like running out the Paladin here. If they counter it, that's fine. We probably just go again the next turn.
Yeah, I think Paladin plays best around removal.
Agreed.
So
So
because
it's
like they have
just
to
lightning
remove
bolt.
Thopter and it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if they have... I don't think there's a lot of reason to play the Stoneforge here.
Yeah, I agree. I don't
All right.
like really don't even know what they would have. Like maybe like
They could have like
thought about like
snare
Rhino
into
stuff for a
bolt or
second.
something, but I don't know. I'm gonna attack for 22.
Yeah, bolt plus snare would get you good, but yeah.
I think it's probably maybe like
They're just
Viseju
dead.
here. Ice Fang Coatl, you're dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Moto crashing, classic Moto.
I mean,
We're
so
back.
to give you an example, no, they're still. I thought they conceded.
Yeah, no, I saw has cast Ice Fang. Oh, this person knows who I am. I wonder if they know this has trample.
Maybe they don't.
They do.
They
Like,
just
all
waited
good.
to
I'm
give you the
super dead. I respect that.
I did want to ask you if we're trying to do like a grudge match tonight, because I know we talked about maybe trying to play against like Belcher or something, or if we're just mostly focused on the league here.
I think we're just gonna run a league tonight. Happy to do like focus testing against like Belcher or Goryos or something like that. I think that's really relevant. Just in terms of like timing, I think it might work out better if we plan for another day.
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. All right, playing its Thunderbrow. Yeah, you know, you take Titan over Blink any day. Yeah, a billion Solitudes doesn't feel good, and sometimes Titan you do just get to cheese. But I think a lot of the which I would rather face is who's piloting Titan. All right, I'm gonna keep this hand.
You still got me on the
Oh, sorry.
the meta breakdown screen. Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna. How about now?
Thanks.
Perfect. Yeah, so like this hand isn't perfect,
Yeah, I like this
obviously,
hand a lot.
but like yeah, it has. It's an axe hammer hand, so any equipper is just a kill. Rebuke and Saga. It's really hard to throw this back. Put the axe into play. You know, so I lost my last match versus Goryos because I killed them too fast on game one and didn't know what they were playing to sideboard.
That's funny.
That is truly the downside to just browning someone game one.
It was what we just did, right? The Temur deck. We're like, well, they're playing Lightning Bolt.
Yeah,
So...
there's Simic mana and some red mana. I don't know what's happening. All right, so Elegant Parlor. I would default to Boros. Binning a mountain.
Yeah. It's either
could
energy
be Storm.
or Storm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go Mesa Hammer here.
Yeah, you don't really have a choice.
Yeah. All right.
If we had a 0 in this hand, I think that's the kind of spot where it's like, I actually think I would hold up the Rebuke,
Yes.
especially if we had the Surveil land to get as a backup.
Agreed. Okay, so they're Mardu or Storm? Okay, they're Storm.
Yeah, there's Storm.
Who?
I
think we have
hate
to hold up
this.
Rebuke.
I mean, the problem is like, I think they've already kind of done the thing, and I think Rebuke is going to be pretty bad. It might be enough to stop them, but it also might not be.
I guess
And the
other
issue that
is,
I have with...
Yeah. No,
like,
go ahead. Yeah.
If you hold it up, like, let's say you stop them, right?
Mhm.
I feel like there's a decent chance that we've just stopped half of a Past in Flames, and then they're just going to kill you next turn anyway.
Yep.
And
I
we have
agree.
no way of presenting lethal next turn. So I think you just have to jam and cross your fingers.
I would agree with that. All right. What are we getting here is my question. I think it's Boots.
Yeah, I like Boots. This means if they like remove Stoneforge, like a Memnite or an Ornithopter is lethal still.
Yeah. Like for... I would probably just counter the first spell by the way. Oh, just 3 mana Morphos? Okay. Sure. Man.
Yeah, the issue is we needed to rebuke the medallion. Yes, we needed like a 0, or we simply needed to be on the play.
Yeah. Being on the draw in Modern is a bad idea. So they play Ral here. No, they don't play Ral. Interesting. Okay, play Ral now. Okay.
We're probably dead.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll let them ultimate.
I had not won after
really
ultimating.
bad. That's a real. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands, a ritual and a Ren's Resolve and another Ral. Well, they got a wish. And yeah, all right.
So wish, piff.
Yeah, there's a grape shot too. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grape shot. Yeah.
Good news. We have a boatload of crap we can bring in. How do? So yeah, all the hate pieces, and then the 3 holes. Okay, perfect. And then we're cutting like Thopters, a couple gifts, and a spear. I think that seems pretty reasonable.
Thopters, a couple gifts, and a spear. Okay. What does Vexing Bauble do?
It stops Ral from working. Like the ultimate.
So do you need Needle and Vexing Bauble for that?
I think I want to just be able to naturally draw the hate.
Interesting. I don't think I like them that much. Like, I don't think I would want 2. I feel like I would just bring in the Bauble and leave the Needle. But I think there's a chance that either Consign or Gift is simply better than Needle.
It's funny because I think Needle's better than Bauble because it doesn't have any like non-bow with our deck. So I'm fine.
I think I like Bauble more because the redraw, where like if it's a dead card, it's like, all right, whatever, just convert. But sure. You like the 0. Interesting.
Yeah. On the play.
Okay. Yeah, on the draw, I think I'd be more interested in like the Consign or something. But I also think Portable Hole is better on the draw as well.
This hand is slow as shit. So
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this hand's fine. I think just bottom Stoneforge
like
here.
Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we would just be getting a hammer with it anyway, right?
We might be getting a Opal so we can cast the Paladin.
Right. I meant like
with
if we keep the Stoneforge, we would just be grabbing the hammer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's a consideration to. Yeah, I mean we're keeping the whole. These it's either bottom hammer or Stoneforge, so yeah, just keep.
I think
the
it's
hammer.
Just Stoneforge goes, and I think I'm turn 1 Saga.
Really, to grab the Mopal on 3.
Yeah.
All right. And I am gonna play out the Ornithopter as well here because if we do rip the
BI or the Opal.
Okay. So they kept it on top. It's not like my
I understand.
Thing.
Like we could just top deck the White Source, but oh well, there you go.
Pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna cast this Pure Seal Paladin. Whack.
It's also like the Saga would have provided us a faster artifact count. So even though it like delays the potential cast of Paladin off a land, I think it's just better in more scenarios.
I agree. Okay, so kind of a dagger that we don't have the Shadow Spear in the deck anymore. Oh my god, are they just gonna kill us? I guess they're gonna try, right?
Yeah, they're gonna try. This is kind of the downside here is like when you hit them for 10, you tell them you must go right now.
Yeah. So it's like maybe we're supposed to make a construct there so that they don't try to do this.
That's so weird. I mean, like they might do it anyway. That's
Yeah.
the issue, right?
Okay, I mean, we're toast.
Maybe. Probably.
Turn 2 kill on the draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I mean that's a lot of spells. It is top 8, correct?
Mm-hmm. Should have had another hammer.
Yep. Another hammer or any of our
Leyline axe. Yeah.
needle, bauble, cage wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Rebuke, yeah, any of those. What?
What the hell is that? What?
That's sick. Do they have haste?
Isn't
They
that
do
what
have
the
haste.
thing? Yeah.
It's like, I don't remember. That's sick. All right, that's a cool way to die, at least. Negative 251, awesome.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I've never seen that in their deck ever. That seems horrible.
I think they wished for it.
They wish for both?
I don't know, man. I stopped paying attention. it's like, we're super dead. I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, I mean, so that, yeah, a rebuke would have been sick. Man, those were...
I don't know. I think we played that fine. Like,
Yeah.
threaten a turn 3 kill on the play. You're potentially having hate on 3 on the play.
Mhm.
You have interaction if they do pass, but
Yeah. Those turn 2 kills from them are pretty rare.
I think... Oh, I don't agree with that at all, actually.
No? The turn 2 kill?
No. Yeah, you can turn 2... I wouldn't say it's, like, every time, but, like, it's in the ballpark of, like, 30 to 40% of the time.
Interesting. All right.
I think maybe Portable Hole is not what you're supposed to be playing on the play. Like,
That's reasonable. Yeah.
for exactly the reason we just saw, right? Like, we had a piece of interaction, but it's sorcery speed, and so we just went like, okay, you have to do your thing or you're dead. And so it didn't even matter that we had the Portable Hole, right? Because they were just gonna die.
Yep.
So, like, I think maybe Portable Hole... I mean, Portable Hole's better on the draw because they're just going to go, like, thing, and then you can nab their thing.
Yeah.
So I wonder if, like, Consign is better. Like, just, like, consign your Storm Trigger, consign your Medallion.
It could
It's, like,
be.
not that exciting, though.
Agreed. But, like, I don't know. Maybe it's okay.
And, like, for what it's worth there, if we had Consign, we would have also just done what we did anyway and not gotten there, probably.
Yeah, almost certainly. Okay.
Gross.
I mean, that's fine.
I just assume this is Esper
Esper Blink, yeah.
Esper mid stuff.
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
Save 2 life points here. Nope.
Like, I'm not going to tell you, like, Storm kills on 2 all the time, but, like, it's not that uncommon.
That's fair.
Ooh.
I kind of want to get the cyst down.
Yeah. It's way more mana efficient.
Yeah, so we can go like cyst, and then if we hit a land, we can actually go gift, hammer, BI.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's fine. And if you don't draw land, then, like, you're doing something.
Yeah. Let's see, they have 5 cards in hand. Yeah, not attacking. All right. Get a little 3/3 action going.
I cut the Nettle Cyst against Etron last night, and then instantly had a game where I was like, well, I sure wish I could go get Nettle Cyst.
Yep.
Why is it always like that? Like the moment you cut your tutor card, you just wish you had your tutor card.
Because that's just the universe, man. That's just how it works.
It's like, hey, this is going to be a Nettle Cyst game by cutting Nettle Cyst. Let's go. Wow.
Okay. Actually, like, could be way worse. Killed a Memnite and a Lava Spur Boots. Oh, it's Goryo's. Okay. Goryo's with main deck Wrath?
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. And we don't even have the boots to grab.
Yeah. Well. I think we get the Shadow Spear here, right? Just play Shadow Spear Hammer.
Yeah. Sure. I feel like the 2-for-1 you put, or 2.5 for 1 and get a Grizzlebrand in the yard is
pretty good.
Not the best thing for us. Yeah.
No, it's,
like,
I'm not like
probably lost the game right there.
Yep. Okay, cool. And they have Channel Fireball. All right. Well, good news. We finally get to see the Kappas.
Cage
Definitely
for sure.
Cage and Needle. Or Cage and Crypt for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was saying, I know you like Vexing Bauble quite a bit here too, right?
I do, yeah.
I think I've been bringing in Needle. It sounds like you like Bauble more, which is fine. So we cut. I think we cut the Memnites. Yeah, that makes sense. Cut the Memnites, 2 BIs, and then the 2 gifts probably. Yeah.
Yeah. You just play Needle as well, maybe?
Yeah, that seems fine. Needling Frog is really good. It's so good.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
I know you had been bringing in Portable Hole, but you're kind of off it now.
Yeah,
right?
they're a lot lower on Emperor of Bones right now, which is huge. This hand doesn't do anything.
Oh, interesting. I kind of like
this hand kills on turn 2, so I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah,
and
I like doing that.
I guess we're bottoming the Ink Moth.
Mm-hmm. Can we get rid of the Ink Moths? I'm like such an Ink Moth.
I will call out. This would be the archive.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you still have it as the different art?
Yeah. I just never changed it. Okay. Good news, we can't get Wrathed here.
Yeah, if they find a way, please tell me about it. Give me that white Simian Spirit Guide. Sign me up.
It's too powerful. All right, well. I'm going to try to kill you. Do you have the answer?
Feel like it would have happened already.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Deck's perfect.
Liked that.
Yeah. And so I guess I can talk about this a little bit since we're like Deck's perfect. So like, I'm sure one of the questions, because I wasn't sure either. I think we talked about this together, or maybe it was just in like a fever dream I had. The BI and the Kappa play super similarly in that like turn 2, either one is pretty insane. And I like that so many of the cards we're bringing in, even like Crypt is a 0, and all these are 1s. So we have 22. Yeah, we have 22 1 or 0 mana artifacts for the purposes of Kappa. And just being able to juke around Wrath of the Skies is just so good. So even though we're boarding out like the 4 Memnites, we did bring in Crypt, Needle, Vexing Bauble, and Cage. Like, we really stayed effectively the same in terms of like cheap artifacts, which is nice.
We're slightly slower, but
yeah,
I think it's also good into a lot of the stuff they're trying to bring. Like, they're looking at like fatal pushes and things.
Keep this.
Yeah, this hand's good.
Wish we had
Lion
Lion
like
Sash.
You.
Yeah, like a jerk.
Wonder what they take.
Right?
Just like hammer, I guess.
I think it's Crypt or Mobile or Paladin. I don't know. Yeah, we have 2 hammers. I think it's Crypt because it's the only unique thing.
Yeah, I mean it's mana. I think it's yeah, probably Crypt or hammer is where I would be.
It's reasonable.
Depends on their hand.
Yeah.
Like, I think if they have graveyard stuff, they're just definitely taking Crypt. But if they don't, then like taking the hammer also slows down the Opal while also removing your threat. You have to like Stoneforge first.
Yeah, exactly. It slows us down by at least a turn. But this is not an easy hand to Thoughtseize because it is just like 2 hammers, 2 equippers, mana, and a Crypt. I think whatever they take will kind of give us information about their hand too. Like the fact that it's not snapping off Tormod's Crypt tells me that maybe they don't have like a fast graveyard.
Right. Maybe they have like a frog hand or like a Riddler ephemerate hand, or could be like they have Solitude ephemerate and they're like, I'm not using my graveyard yet, right?
Yeah. They could also be tanking this long and then not take Crypt, thinking that we won't immediately deploy the Crypt. I will. Like, maybe I can convince him. Okay, so they're hoping I don't draw a land. I think I do just run out. I think we run out Hammer and Crypt here, yeah.
You definitely run out Hammer. I think... Do I care that much if they Thoughtseize me next turn? Like,
probably not, no.
I feel like waiting on Crypt is fine. I don't know. Like, are they going to Wrath for 0? No.
If they have another Thoughtseize, I'll feel really stupid.
Yeah, I guess another Thoughtseize, they would just always take the Crypt. If they Thoughtseize you've played Crypt, then they're taking, like, what, Stoneforge?
Yeah. Maybe. I would like to draw Metallic Rebuke. Okay, well, I'm just going to land go because I don't want to get Wrath of the Skies into the Stone Age.
What is Stoneforge? So, like, if you just played Stoneforge, they do Wrath for 1, they hit. They 3 for 1 you? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's because they're tagging the land that I'm like, no.
Yeah, I agree. It just sucks because now I feel like you've just, like, told them that you have it as well.
Maybe. Or it's, I don't want to run the Stoneforge into, like, your Solitude. I don't know. Could be a few things.
The nice thing is they're just going to Wrath if they have it, I think.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely not.
Well, we're
sort
of forced our hand on this one. Yeah.
Absolutely not. You're not bouncing my land and time walking me, you big jerk. I would like another Metallic Rebuke. I think I'm just gonna round the Stoneforge here now.
Yeah, I agree. Getting hammer?
It might be Nettle Cyst or Boots. I don't think it's Nettle Cyst. I think it's Boots or Hammer.
I think I'm like, there's a decent chance I'm just getting the boots off the saga.
Yeah, I think my consideration is we're probably grabbing like a Mox Opal off the saga.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of about the boots. Give us another threat.
Interesting. So like if you're grabbing Mox Opal, then wouldn't hammer represent a kill?
Potentially, yeah. That'd be right. Don't do it.
Yeah, I mean we're just like both of us like, yeah, I don't know, you're gonna get wrath anyway.
Yep. It's like, it is what it is. Okay, love this. Just nothing.
Interesting.
Okay. Man, I'm gonna get a Mox Opal here. Yeah.
Just gonna try to draw a card.
Yeah, I think so. Because we can get the hammer onto the Stoneforge.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Pitching Ephemerate, so they probably just have second Ephemerate.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't, that's... What? So do they have just like another removal spell?
Maybe they don't have a white card?
Could be.
What would their hand be though then?
We know it's not Wrath. Okay,
That's
sure.
weird. Okay, so that actually makes sense. So
yeah, Force Pitch Psychic Frog. All right, and I'll make sure to equip this post combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they've got a non-white card in their hand. It could be a land. Could be like Grizzlebrand. Could be Thoughtseize. Could be Second Frog. Could be a different blue card.
Yeah.
Maybe Riddler.
Oh, Giannis pointed out their life total so low that the single hammer was enough to kill with the boots anyway.
That's funny.
I think I'm going to attack for 12.
Are you gonna go in and try to BI or?
I think if they had a removal spell, they would have used it. So like, I'm real tempted, but I'm gonna attack first regardless.
Yep.
I think we do it.
I think I would just send. Yeah.
Pop. +2/+2. And then we equip the hammer, of course. Okay. Goryo's when they got us game 1 when they wrathed us game 1.
That was weird.
Yeah. It turns out when you just go like attack you for 22, was that turn 2 or 3 game 2? I think it was turn 2, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I fear no wrath of this guy.
Okay, so it's been...
Yeah.
Let's see. So it was Goryo, Storm,
rug deck that we still don't really know what was happening.
Yeah, nonsense and
kind of nonsense. I didn't see a whole lot, but I did see like Wrath of the Skies. It was a blue, white, green with some of the warp cards, but not the warp cards I've seen. I'm like the Panharmonicon warp card. So it's like, I'm
weird.
assuming that's kind of...
Okay, yeah, I don't know. We
got to use BI as +2/+2, and that's really all you need to do as a man. The masculine urge to BI. Okay, so this is it's
turn 1 saga angle is nice.
I think so, yeah.
I guess my question for you
is, are we running out the Memnite?
Yeah.
Well, now I will.
Yeah, now for sure.
Or maybe run out the Ornithopter because it's the better attacker. No, it's not. It doesn't matter.
I think I'd run out both now, no?
I guess I don't, because if they have like push the Memnite or push the Ornithopter into untap Orcish Bowmasters or a second removal spell on the Ornithopter, then we just can't make any dudes, and I don't like that.
Yeah. There could also be like draw Thoughtseize.
True.
I guess they didn't Thoughtseize you,
yeah.
So
I think I value the construct.
Could play neither.
If we're definitely making a construct, then playing neither makes sense. But if they don't have a removal spell and we draw a second hammer, that still doesn't work, right? Well, yeah, that kills them because we get to go like Plains, Paladin, second hammer, kill you. So I think I'm going to play out the Ornithopter here.
Interesting. It's so weird to me. I feel like I would play both or neither.
Ooh, Throst is right. Plays around Force of Despair. Winter Moon, I still get to untap that one? Okay. Sure.
I would love to.
I accept. It is tempting to just like Paladin equip.
I think you make the guy.
I think you're correct. Yeah, just Plains. I'll play out Memnite. Oh no, not Winter Moon. Oh, dude, yeah.
Winter Moon is.
It's a choice. Yeah, you know.
So.
I still hate that the UI for BI swaps the choice for yes, no when you confirm for the second time. Yeah, it's very strange. I'm going to attack to send a message. Note, I could attack to deal 12, but like, where's the fun there? I didn't even know it swapped. I just know I've misclicked through BI. Like too many times. Okay. All right. Well,
what are they doing? I
don't
no
know.
sense of what's going on over there.
They did play this 2-mana card that's done nothing. I mean, we can't. I think I'm just gonna like. So we can make a construct. Go grab boots, attach boots to the new construct. This becomes a 7. That'll be an 8, 15, 16 damage. Or we can like float with the opal, also grab. I think I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna make the construct.
Okay.
Make the construct, grab the boots. The boots are also just like really nice to have right here.
Yeah, for the next turn, for sure. Yeah. If there is a next turn.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Boots. I think I'm just gonna grab a basic planes here. All right.
Never needed a.
All right.
I mean, I guess
for
you'd be
16.
untapping the thing anyway, but
Still. Now they don't know what color we play. See, Bowmaster. I knew it.
So maybe you're supposed to get
Shadow Spear.
trample effect. I don't even know.
I think it's fine. Yeah. I think because we have both Paladin and BI, I'm just like not worried.
Yeah, you can kind of just play around whatever.
Yeah.
I was trying to think about Necro if they have all the black mana, but the land makes no sense to me.
Agreed. All right, so do this. Attach hammer to Ornithopter.
Do you want a Thopter or okay? I was gonna say, do you want a hammer first?
Nah, because they can just respond to this equip anyway.
Yeah, so I'm saying like you would have a second hammer in play to equip, whereas now if we play it, they get a dude.
I can just decline the draw.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, which I probably will, honestly. Yep. Okay.
Oh, great.
You're dead.
Nothing mattered. Cool.
I will attack for 25. Sweet.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening.
I think we click. Oh, Vexing Bauble maybe because it's probably Necro.
With the artifact in their deck?
Yeah, so I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think you cut a Memnite though. Like
yes, cutting the Memnite in the Orcish Bowmaster seems fine. I wonder what the game win rate is for Wintermoon. I assume it's sub 30%.
Do you want anything else? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Like,
could they be doing anything else with that? Like, what about what is the Swamps Matterland?
Urborg or Coffers.
Coffers.
Yeah. I'm just gonna click submit like this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
like
it's definitely got to be Necro.
For Karn if we think it's Coffers. But...
True. At that point, I might consider Consigned Memory because you like get a counter Karn and also you time walk their Necro, which is not incredible, but it's like a nice. Yeah. Singleton Consign for Necro trigger. Yeah, you get it. I mean, this is just a fine hand against the Thoughtseize deck, so I'm going to keep it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. Sure. Wait.
Whoa. Dreams.
Oh, artifact or creature. Yeah. I was like, is it artifact or non-creature? Because all they would get is the Steel Shaper's Gift. Okay. My Paladin's down. I think I'm just gonna get a steal. Yeah, I'm just like. I think I'm just gonna go planes. I'm gonna grab planes here because if we draw a Saga, I want to be able to use both against Wintermoon.
Interesting. I was thinking you want Fountain because if you draw Saga, you want to be able to have a Rebuke, but
I don't know. This Wintermoon's got it's in my head, man. I was ready to get Archive trapped. Yeah, Inquisition, sure.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Pretty rude.
Wow. That's great.
I think I'm just passing, right? Because we can rebuke here if they necro.
You could play Hammer.
Oh, that's true. It's free. I was like, please don't tell me it clicked through my second main. You're gonna push my Memnite now? That's fine.
Yeah, I think that's totally okay.
Yeah, I accept.
Like, would you have wanted to counter the push?
No, exactly. It's like I wouldn't want to counter that.
Because like I think the reason to not play hammer is counter the push.
Agreed. Okay. Classic Necro.
Yeah.
Nope. I don't know. Play out hammer. All right.
What a weird game.
Very strange. But it is Necro, so you know. I think I'm going to get a Hollowed Fountain here because I don't think they're going to. I think they probably boarded out the Winter Moon when it did nothing. Okay, this is a nice one.
This Ornithopter is very threatening.
It's like literal just a creature is all I wanted there.
Here's idiot.
Mm-hmm. It's been a very strange league.
It really has.
Beating Goryos when they wrath you in game 1 feels good though. Metallic Rebuke, huge, just counter your Teferi was so good.
I was so worried it was just like counter Teferi, immediately get wrath, but it didn't happen.
So we just jam?
I mean, I think so. You have like beat first spell.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I agree.
I guess I just don't know if it gets any better waiting.
I don't think it does. Yeah, like do you have 2 removal spells? Because they can also just draw like Thoughtseize and shit too, right? Okay.
I mean, I'm fine with this.
Yeah, I think we just let it happen.
Yeah, like
okay.
You lost 3 cards for my 2 cards. Like I accept.
Pitch 2 Sheoldreds. Jesus. Also, no.
Dude, I love Necro. Necro's a sweet deck, but like
same. That is the Necro experience. You're like, all right, I'm playing 26, like really 27-ish lands. No, absolutely not. What are we talking about? I'm using my hammers. Yeah. And you just like never draw your land on time.
Right. So 1 Equipper, please.
There we go.
Hey.
And you wanted to cut this card. All right. I'm going to take my finger off of the the keyboard. They can't even Soul Spike us because they have 2 cards. Okay. After blocks. Okay. Yes, I would like to attach. All right. See, you're right. It does move the yes to the no.
That's so weird.
Oh, he didn't let me respond. Okay.
It's like, nope, not today.
I was like too busy winning. I don't know. It seemed pretty good.
That was a weird league that didn't tell me that much.
Yeah, we had like...
I still kind of think
the store matchup was weird.
Sucks.
But scoreboard. So like, I will agree. I don't think Inkmoth is great. But
it's just instant scoreboard.
But like, I think it kind of does what I think the deck wants, which is like, you want a couple extra lands, but like, I don't really want... Like, I think I want more utility out of my lands, and I think Inkmoth is kind of the best option.
Yeah.
Especially since,
just
like...
the, like...
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, just, like, just the pure steel turns. Like, I don't know. So the hand in question that I was complaining to you about, like I kept a one lander, which is much more reasonable when you have the surveil land.
Yeah,
So like I think I like keeping those kind of hands where I'm like, this is a really good hand. I just need like second white source, right?
sure.
Um, and then it's just like, well, here's an ink moth on top, and it's like, do I bin this land that like I need but doesn't do anything for me at the same time? Like I really like just casting my spells and not worrying about my mana base ever. Um, but like you do need bodies in this build. Like I also was ready to
Yeah,
like try to throw in the Tormod script into the main deck. So like I'm down a body as well, right?
yeah, and
Um,
that's kind of where I'm at. Like this build, much more than the cutter build. Like we actually do need bodies, right? Like cutter
yeah,
build, you're just like,
for
I
sure.
have all the bodies ever. Um,
Right. I'm just tutoring Cutter and Cutter makes
yeah,
boys. But I I mean I still feel strongly like, we're gonna go back and forth about the surveil land forever. I still think that's just correct. I think I like the Tormad script in the main deck right now.
sure.
Um do you have strong feelings about that? Like do you think that that's like,
I think it's totally fine.
like I think you are gonna lose a couple percentage points here and there where it's like, oh boy, if this Tormod's Crypt was a Mem Knight, I could kill you on two. But like, I also think you're gonna gain a decent amount of percentage points where you're like just having the thing to tutor for your saga or like randomly drawing
Yeah,
it against your Goryos or your even Titan, right? Like Storm, like all of these decks where it's like it's just added percentage points for free, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Um, it's like I think I like that change, and then that might be the only one really. Like this is what I ran in the prelim the other night. I'm eyeballing that needle, but like I don't. Do you think needle is better than the second gift? Probably not.
I think it's close. I think
Yeah.
I think it's very close. I think if I really wanted like a 17th sideboard card, I that's probably what
Mhm.
I would cut. Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know what I would want that 17th sideboard card to be.
I still think it's probably just like a random counter spell or I don't know, like I was asking you because I made this swap and it was like, what do we want here? And it was like, oh yeah, Tez.
Yeah,
But I think second Tez probably isn't gonna come up that much
no,
where I don't know, like a dismember, a disenchant, I mean, heck, even into the Floodmaw or something, right? Like just like random deal with anything kind of card is seems kind of interesting to me.
hmm,
Um,
interesting. Uh, Spell Snare, kind of a sick card.
sure. Snare. Like if it's a counter, probably I think it's dispute, but could
I
be
like that
snare, could be
snare. You just like
um
you bring it in against Goryo's, you bring it in against Storm. You bring it in against like some people will just like Wrath
Neoform,
for 0.
right?
Also, Iano's called
Yeah.
out counter argument. He killed somebody with Cyst and Ink Moth, which does happen.
Yeah, for sure it
uh,
does happen. I
yeah,
think
I do think Iano's real quick. Sorry, he brought up he'd probably rather
Mhm.
play like Needle than Crypt. I think both are totally reasonable. I think in the current meta, it's honestly like you could do either and be fine with it. I think Crypt costing 0 is really big, um,
yeah.
which is kind of the tiebreaker for me. But I would not fault someone for playing Needle instead of Crypt. Uh, like we can also, yeah. So we can talk about the meta here real quick. Let me pull that up.
I guess like to give you the scenario, like one of the ones I'm talking about was, oh gosh, what was it against? I think it was against Blue White Blank
Like the
or
energy solitude chill.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I had a moment where I could go for a battlefield improvement to or battlefield improvisation to hit them for 12, right? And so it's like, okay, if they have any threat, they're gonna have to chump. Um, and if they had Wrath the Skies the next turn, I'd probably lose. It's like I could like try to wait and like play a Stone Forge, but they like weren't really doing anything, and like I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong deck, but there was definitely like a they're gonna wrath me. I could go in and like force them to have the wrath and lose to it, or I could like try to play around it and give them more time to find the wrath. And I erred on the
Yeah.
side of I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
And they were like, cool, take 10 or 12, whatever it was, and then wrath me out of the game.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
think
it's interesting. I feel like the what do I choose to play around? Like which direction do I go?
I think because Wrath is the unique effect, unless you have the Stone Cold read that they have Wrath in their hand, I think you basically ignore it. Because Wrath is always kind of good against us, like especially mid game, right? It's just going to sweep up everything, and so you just go, I'm going to lose that card. If I draw Metallic Rebuke or like a fast Kappa, then cool. But I think you just kind of, I think it was Cedric and P Soli were talking. This was, I think, a few years back. I was listening to him, and they're just like, you always shove. Because every turn you don't shove, it gives them another turn to draw the sweeper. I'm like, yeah, all right. But also, way easier to just go brain off sideways.
Yeah. I mean, for sure. I think that there are times when doing it can cost you, right? Like, so in my
Yes.
scenario, they hadn't really played much, right? So it was like, well, they had to keep this on something. This could easily be a wrath, right? But like waiting, as you said, gets worse, not better. So it's one of those like, oh, I could like try to like force them into an awkward position, but like, is it even that good for me if I do it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's tough. Magic's hard, and sometimes no matter what you do, you were kind of screwed. And so that's why I always I played like t-ball as a kid and a little bit of baseball like when I was in middle school or whatever, and it always felt better when I went down swinging instead of, oh shit, they threw a strike. So it's like, if nothing else,
Yeah.
I feel better about it. And that's that's what matters at the end, right? Like yeah, so modern win rates, right? So I generally ignore the decks with like super small sample size. Like Jeskai Blink had one person, Jeskai Control had 2 or 3, I think. So it's like, for anyone not familiar, these bars, the bigger the bar, the less reliable the sample size, which is why like the smaller the sample, the bigger the bar generally. So if we're looking at like Amulet Titan's the first one with like real numbers. I do feel like this version of the deck is actually like reasonable against Amulet. Yeah. Just because we have both Metallic Rebuke,
Certainly the most
some
we've had.
consigns. Yeah, and then we can just kill on 2. Deck's still spooky, and like I would never want to like sit down across from like a Dom Harvey or someone like that, where it's just like, oh, okay, cool. Dom Harvey's a lovely person, quite pleasant to play against, but he will just dunk on you. So
Yeah.
Is it prowess? Pretty happy with that matchup, especially with the current configuration. Azorius Control. Interestingly, a lot of the Azorius Control lists I saw, like the Scepter Chant list, I think that was in the finals, I don't think it had Wrath of the Skies, right? It was just Scepter Chant, and it had some Supreme Verdicts.
Really?
Yeah, because let me see if I can pull it up. Top 8 Pro Tour EOE. There's Plum Dog Millionaire.
Yes, of course.
Okay, here we go. So
It's like I'm looking at one of the lists from the PT. Like they had like 2 in the main deck, 2 wraths in the main. It wasn't the top 8 list, but
okay, Amulet, Belcher again, Goryos, Blink, Boo, Neoform. Here we go. Okay. 0 Wrath's main,
Hmm.
0 Wrath's side. I don't mind this
This
matchup.
particular list, yeah.
This matchup
Yeah.
seems fine. Once again, like these matchups are all just matchups where I'm like, man, Metallic Rebuke's really, really good. But yeah, so just wanted to peek that because that was something I saw and I was like, I wonder if that'll become stock. I don't know. Probably not, but we can hope, right?
Sort of don't think so. Like if you look at the like blue-white control pile on Goldfish, they say it's like 2.4 and 96% of decks for Wrath of Skies. That's main deck.
Yeah.
Um,
But see,
so,
we have
like,
4
I think
Metallic Rebukes.
Generally speaking, yeah.
So mathematically,
generally speaking, they're going to have it.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, this
I
seems fine.
don't think I'd be excited about playing against this. Right?
No, I'm not hyped to play against almost any Solitude Wrath deck, but like when they don't actually have like a lot of redundancy on that effect, and when they're doing more like Days on doing Narset, I'm like way happier to do that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so like looking at these numbers, happy to play against Prowess, Jeskai Chant, like same as Azorius Control basically. Azorius Blink, I haven't gotten to play that matchup a ton. When I have played it, it's felt like very much like one side just kind of dumpsters the other. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of push and pull, though that could be like small sample size, and that's probably what it is. They are a Wrath of the Skies Solitude deck, so not my favorite thing, but they also have like less, like they don't have the Solitude you every turn until you die that the white-black deck does, right? So big difference there.
It's more energy in that sense. Like,
yes.
They are going to have multiple Solitudes. They're going to like regas on cards. They're not drawing towards a bombardment like energy is.
Yeah.
Like my match against them last night, their game one, they just like did the energy thing and had a bunch of cats and were making so many cats, and I was just swinging for like 20 lifelink, and they were just like gaining 20. This is like a very odd game.
It's like the hammer mirror.
But yeah, like it's not. I would think that this matchup overall is not going to be positive for you, just because they are a Solitude Wrath of Skies deck. But I don't think it's as bad as Black White. It's probably worse than Energy for us.
Probably actually isn't Gab Nassif the one who played it?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can pull Yellow Hat, right?
Yeah, he had some weird stuff in the main deck. He had like I think it was a Purge and a Sanctifier in back and a Rest in Peace in the main deck, which I don't. But like the rest of his list was fairly stock.
Let's see. Nothing. Not helpful. Okay, cool. Whatever. So moving on. Tron, I'm like quite happy with that matchup, especially when we have access to the 4 consigns. Like I think the red-white build of Hammer was fine against it, and I think the Azorius build we have right now is just like very strong against it, because like we can kill on 2 and also we have 4 consigns. I don't know, is that kind of...
I can DM you the Yellow Hat list.
Oh, perfect.
There you go. But I feel like I wish we had a needle in the main deck with all the Tron stuff. Just like,
sure.
So often there's just like Karn put a bridge, and I'm like, well, I'm fucked. And I feel like if the needle was in the main deck, it would just make a world of difference. But like, I'm not saying I think the match was necessarily bad, but I do think that does make a big difference. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I don't disagree with that. You know, I'm a lover of the main deck needle. So like it doesn't take much for me to go, yes, I will play one Pithing Needle in the main deck. But like I think structurally we're ahead. And we kind of go from there. Let's see what else. Yeah. I do think that's...
You should have the Yellow Hat list there.
Yeah, I do. It's really interesting actually. So like there are only 2 Wrath of the Skies in the 75, and they don't actually have as much like instant speed interaction. So I think it like because energy has both like the galvanic discharges as well as like this build isn't playing Thraben Charm, and also energy has access to like the Goblin Bombardment, like you said, which if they have a board and a Goblin Bombardment, it is incredibly difficult to actually connect.
You just lose. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like all right. And so like I don't know. Like I think especially game one, I think we're just kind of ahead because that's how it's played out against Boros in the past. Like usually fair deck versus unfair deck is ahead. The White Orchid Phantoms are interesting. Obviously, that's a concession to Belcher and a few other decks. So I could also see playing like a third basic Plains in the list if those become more popular. Interesting. But yeah, so that's Gabe Nassif,
You might be right. I think like prismatic ending does matter instead of charm, right? Like being able to end your hammer or something is real. Obviously Solitude Ephemerate is good. They also have the like just hard cast my Witch Enchanter and start ephemerating that, or like Feliaing that. So like there is some like snowbally stuff there where it's very hard for you to catch up if they do the thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think I also agree that, you know, no bombardment is a huge point in your favor, and I think that their clock on average is going to be slower than energy, so like them turning the corner is a little harder. So maybe it's just very similar to energy for us. It kind of seems like, I don't know, it seems close-ish.
That would be my estimation as well. I would assume they have a ton of trouble dealing with the turtle though. Just an incredible amount of difficulty if you just like slam a turtle onto. Game's probably over.
Well, it's just going to be like Solitude pay for ward is going to be their main plan, I think.
I guess that's rough. But then we put boots on it. Yeah, so looking kind of further down, Eldrazi Ramp, I kind of lump that into the same as Eldrazi Tron. Obviously, you know, wrinkles here and there, but fundamentally it's the same plan. Grixis Reanimator I'm not going to worry about. I think that matchup's just quite good for us. Goryo's, I think it's close, but I think we are slightly ahead, especially if we choose to main deck like a Crypt or something along those lines. I think the Rebukes do a ton of work in all of these matchups. Like that card's just been insane. Like, like you kind of pushed me to try it. I tried it, and then immediately I was like, I want more of this card, and so we just figured out how to put 4. Because it's like Surge of Salvation, except it also just counters combo decks, and it counters like creatures, and a completely interaction like while you're setting up your combo, you can like interact with their game plan to slow them down, and it's also a protection spell. So Mana Leak for 1 mana is really good. And then is it Affinity? I found that matchup to be quite good because even like their best draws, our best draws just kind of like we go way over the top. I think
I will say,
like, go ahead.
Oh, I played against like the Shuhei list, and I think that list is probably.
You're talking about with weapons manufacturing,
yeah. So I think that list is a little worse for us in general, just because they're playing a bunch of main deck EEs and then manufacturing. Like if they set up the Gix's Claw of Gix plus the manufacturing, it starts to feel like a bombardment where they're just like, all right, I'm just gonna like machine gun down whatever you put in play.
They do have to pay a mana,
of course,
though,
EE
right?
does buy percentage. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So.
But I think those things improve the matchup for them. I do think generally speaking we're favored in this matchup. Maybe those tweaks buy them a couple points to now it's like, because I don't know what number would you place on it in general, like if it's not specific to the Shuhei list.
60+%.
Oh wow, okay. You think we're quite favored?
Yeah, I think obviously sample size, player difference. I think I've lost to Affinity like once in the last like 10 or 15 times I've played it, maybe twice. It's also a deck that like we can mulligan to 5 and their deck just can't. Like their deck just is really bad when they start mulliganing. And so yeah, like I don't think the deck's bad. I do think structurally we're ahead because we're similar in terms of speed, but when both decks are doing their thing, they hit us for like 15, we hit them for like 40. So
I actually disagree about the speed thing. Like I think we're like a whole 2 turns faster than they are, at least turn and a half. Like
in terms of the goldfish, we're definitely the faster deck. You're absolutely correct. Yeah, they can never kill on 2. Well, I guess they can almost never kill on 2. I guess it is possible if they go like Guy, like the emissary into a Kappa plus Mox plus draw cards plus more zeros, and then the following turn put like a plating on it, and then like okay, maybe you get there.
Kappa turn 2,
yeah. But that's not something I account for when we're talking like the sub 3%. Mill, I'm not worried about. That was a psyop that people got me with. That was funny. Domain Zoo, quite happy with that matchup. Esper Blink, obviously not happy with that matchup. It's a Solitude Wrath of the Skies deck, but it also is just like, I'm going to Solitude every turn for the rest of the game. Now, Belcher, I do actively really like that matchup, especially with the blue, not because of the Consign, but because of the Metallic Rebuke. The fact that we are a fast combo deck that can also pressure with just constructs, and then we also have like disruptive pieces like Pithing Needle and Tormod's Crypt to like continue to force them to adapt to more just garbage we're throwing in their direction. I really like that matchup. It's not insane, but I do think we're quite favored in my experience anyway.
Fair.
Neoform, I'm not going to super worry about. I think this build of the deck is fine against Neoform because we just have the 4 main deck rebukes. But that deck has like such an insane ceiling that I'm never like, yay, we'll sit down. Oh, I got turn 2'd with backup. It's like, it's just a thing that can happen. Boros Energy I'm happy with, and then everything else is just like not relevant. Yeah. So
I mean, I think the random like blink piles are generally things we're not that excited to face. Like if people are still doing Esper blink things, I know it didn't do that well here. And then I think you don't want to play against Titan for sure. I don't know. Like I hear what you're saying for Goryo. I feel like I'm a little more scared of it than you are. So like I'm interested in the main deck Crypt just to like make sure of that. But I think generally speaking, we're pretty much on the same page here. Like I feel like we have some this is just like a good looking meta for the deck. Yeah. Like especially I was kind of looking at Affinity and thinking, you know, we kind of exist in this similar space, except, you know, I'm looking at their percentages and it's like they're bad against Boros Energy where we actively want to play against it. They're bad against Eldrazi-Tron where we're happy to play against it, right? So it's like there's a shared bad matchup against Amulet. They're almost certainly better against like Blink stuff than we are. And after that, that's kind of it. Like, I don't know, maybe they're a little better against Goryo because they're playing like 3 main deck Crypts right now. But
yeah, that helps.
I think the fact that we kill so quickly it just adds so much to so many of these matchups of like you're just like not giving people time to dig out of it. Like instead of like, oh, I have like 3 or 4 power from my emissary triggers, it's like I'm hitting you for 10.
Yeah, I've also like I've played games against Goryos like recently where literally they got to do their thing so much that they ran out of cards in their deck. And I was just like gaining enough life because I just like had a Nettle Cyst and a Hammer and a Shadow Spear that they weren't able to kill me.
That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, like I think also like for the RC, I could also see myself cutting like 2 Memnites for like a Crypt and a Needle just in the main, and then the sideboard slots can become they would probably just become like at least 1 Tezzeret, maybe 2, depending on how the sideboard mapping works. But Yeah, I could easily see that.
I think I like the
Kind of
idea of the
becoming a play.
one,
Just like the
just
one
like
crypt.
yeah, well, like the one Tezzeret on the board of just like now I have access to this extra stuff. I'm a little unsure on the needle. I think I want it in the main deck, but it's like an easier sell for me to cut a Memnite for a crypt than it is a Memnite for a needle. Just 0 versus 1 is such a big difference. Like I
Right.
understand you're cutting bodies, but more so the like, hey, at least this is still a 0 for Opal, for um, Rebuke, for Kappa.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, the value of zeros I don't think can be overstated in this build. So that's why we're. Is there? Yeah, looking real quick.
What about like a swan song, one of those like give you the 2/2 counters?
Seems fine. Let me look at my mapping real quick, see if there's anything that like I wish I had more cards. So like, what matchup is this? Prowess. I just bring in the holes. Cut the Memnites. That makes sense. I don't think Belcher we want much more because we have the 4 rebukes in the main, which helps that matchup a ton.
I mean, if we get Needle in the main, that's like
Needle's insane. Yeah.
Uh,
Needle is so many points against Belcher, and that's the thing, right? Like, both of these cards. No. Both of these cards, like the Needle and the Crypt, do give you a lot of percentage points in the matchups they shine in, right? Like, having a Crypt for like your Goryo's matchup is huge. I will say Crypt is also pretty good against Belcher because it shuts off Tameshi lines more or less, so it's not dead there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if you want to play
not
Needle over Crypt, totally reasonable. I don't know which I would do. I will probably still continue not playing the Surveil land because I'm cursed, but if you're not me, probably play the Surveil land. It's like I've just accepted. It's like I will always draw it. It's a silly percentage. I know it's like 10 or 11% of the time you will draw it in your 7, but man, I think for me it's like 40%.
I think that the spot comes up a lot, like, and maybe it's that I'm keeping greedy hands where like I just want to be able to keep my good one lander and go Surveil on the draw. Like I just feel comfortable enough doing that.
Sure.
And maybe I shouldn't. Like maybe it's actually trapping me into keeping garbage.
I believe that. I've definitely gotten trapped by Surveil quite a few times. And so I do kind of want to touch on this a little bit more because I don't think the Surveillance bad. For me, it's more in this build specifically. I think you get percentage points by having it in your deck because you have 8 fetch lands at least. For me, the marginal to sometimes like meaningful equity you get from having the 1 copy in your deck is outweighed by the games where I literally lose the game because I have a tapped land. And like I think it's pretty close. I lean more towards I don't want to lose a game because I have it in my deck rather than, man, I wish I had this in my deck multiple times when fetching over the course of the league. Because it'll, like, I don't know if it's mathematically correct, but it feels it feels worse for me.
I mean, it's probably more impactful, right? So like if you're losing the game because you have the tap land, like it costs you a lot.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of the time if I'm surveilling, I'm gaining a little bit, right? So like I think we joked around, I don't know if it's last time or the time before, but we were like going scoreboard when it mattered either way, right?
Yeah.
So like I think certainly you will have more situations where you gain a little bit from it.
Yep.
Versus the like it lost me the game. The other thing in my mind is that you're not always going to lose the game because you had a tap land, right? Like there's going to be times where it's like, all right, whatever, like I just had 4 lands anyways, so who cares, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And in fact, in those situations, I'm happy that my land bought me a little bit of selection. So
absolutely.
I do think it's close. Like I think Hammer is a deck where it's like, would I actually want the Surveil land? I don't know. I think again, just like especially how it plays with rebuke, where you're like,
That's
I'm gonna
so
hold
good.
this thing up, and then if I don't need to use it, I just go get my selection. Like I love that. So like I think it's those play patterns. It's the I have a like access to more types of hands. Where it's like I don't know, I just like feel a little more comfortable when I have like a little bit worse of a hand. So like I said, I think that's like maybe a trap, right? Like I'm keeping one landers. I'm keeping maybe it's like I kept a four lander because it's like, well, I had a saga and a surveil, so it's fine. So
Yeah, I'm with you.
I I do generally like I think I in my mind it's fairly clear that I prefer it, but like I don't think it's free, right? Like a lot of decks it's like, oh, this surveil land is just awesome. Like it's
Yeah.
free.
In a lot of decks,
Um
like, not playing the Surveil land is really bad. Like, what are you doing? Like, we were playing two copies of Elegant Parlor in the red-white build, right? Because it played out super
yeah.
nicely. Um, yeah, it just, like, it just did. I'm sad we didn't get to Kappa more, because I think it would have been real
Yeah,
nice.
it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Um
There were a lot of
I wanted
matchups
to
where just like,
name
just click submit.
Kill You?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oops, you died.
I did want to say I so sometimes you are going to be forced to mulligan. Your hand's just not functional, and Kappa does bring in some of that affinity issue of like the less pieces of cardboard I have, like the less rectangles available, the harder this
Mm-hmm.
card is to cast. Um, so sort of keep that in mind. Not for you, just like people in general.
Yeah.
Like when you're sideboarding, you want to be able to keep more hands. So like I think Parlor also is going to help you in those like post board games that you're looking for like a specific card or Parlor
The
archive, right?
yeah the
Surveillance.
surveillant.
Um, I guess like I'll make one more point and we can let the surveil beast lay, which is I think if uh, prowess is playing a surveil land, then like I'm pretty chill also playing a surveil land. I don't know
I
what you
think
think of that.
I think prowess is a little different, right? Because when we were playing the cutters, it's a lot easier to play a surveillant or two because it's often that you can like take turn one off and then turn two you double or like triple spell, or like turn three you
Hmm.
double or triple spell. Um, and so I think when you're a deck like prowess, I think it's easier to kind of put the like weave the one of tap land kind of into your play patterns. Um, but yeah,
That's somewhat true. I don't think they're as good at that actually as you are because their deck is so aggressively tilted. Like we were doing lots of like do nothing on one, do something on two plus thing. Like prowess is still just like, oh, I need to like preordain on one or slam one of my eight threats or like I bring them up as an example because they are a very aggressively tilted
yes,
deck, right?
absolutely.
Um, so, in any case, I think if they're allowed to play it, like we're probably allowed to play
Yeah,
it. But like, I don't think you're like, I do think you're wrong, but I don't think you're that wrong.
right. It's within the margin of acceptability, where it's like I think both of us kind of understand the other perspective, and it's like that's fine. You can register like the one land difference, and you'll be happy, and I'll register one land difference, and I'll be happy. And it's like that's just kind of fine. Um, I do want to call a couple things out. I'll be doing an update on the deck within the next week or so. I'm going to be trying to do a little bit of testing, stuff like that. But I'll be putting an update on the Patreon, of course. The Kappa Cannoneers are the biggest question mark for me, just because I haven't gotten to play with them a bunch. But I want to call out for people because, like, oftentimes people are like, oh, if you can't Kappa on, like, two, then it's not good. The reality is the matchups we're bringing it in against are often just, like, Wrath of the Skies decks. That's pretty much it. Um, and against those decks, usually you can play it on turn three and be totally fine. Four, I don't know. It's probably not great on four. But keep in mind Urza Saga, if you have a Saga in your opener, it acts as an Ancient Tomb on turn 3 because you can float the mana, grab any artifact, and then tap that for the Kappa as well. So it's like, if you have a Saga in your opening hand, it's like quite easy to turn 3 a Kappa. Especially since like you should still have roughly 20 to 22 somewhere in there, like 1 or 0 mana artifacts. So it's like you should be having your deck in a configuration where it's just like, this is fine. The other thing about Kappa is if you play Kappa and then you just like pay 3 mana to attach a Leyline Axe to it, your opponent's probably dead. So yeah. Like it's die.
I mean, put a Nettle Cyst on it, like the Shadow Spear, the Lava Spur, all of your just like reasonable normal equippers are really good. And I know we talked about like cutting BI or to some amount, like usually going to 2 when you bring in Kappa. Mm-hmm. It feels disgusting when you get to BI on
BI Kappa. Ward 4, baby.
It's like, hey, this thing's not being blocked. I'm going to put that hammer on it. And take your 17 or whatever it is.
Yes, absolutely. And everyone knows, of course, Boots with Kappa is so good.
yeah, of course. I had a funny thought, which is, we're talking about Inkmoth. I think the land that I would play if we were able to cut Inkmoth, this land does not exist, would be the blue-white canopy land. If we had blue-white canopy, I think I'd be like, sick. Like, slam dunk.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, the one we're missing.
That's such a bummer. It took me a moment to realize, oh yeah, there is no blue-white canopy land.
Yep. That is the
I guess final like deck construction question to you. Mm-hmm. So like, let's say we make that change of like getting that pithing needle in the main. Do you have like a short list of sideboard options you're looking at? Because I know I mentioned
Tez.
A couple counter spells. Is there anything?
Tez.
Yeah, so I'm like after Tez, right?
Like,
let's say we move needle to the main. Yeah.
It might be. So I'd have to really revisit the mapping. It would probably be either a removal spell of some sort. So, what's the? I don't think there's. I don't want isolate. It's a sorcery, right? I'm not crazy.
Isn't isolate instant exile mana cost 1? Isn't that right?
I think so. Yeah, I don't want that, but I was just thinking about it. So it could be.
Yeah, it's an instant.
Yeah. It could also just be
like Dismember.
Yeah, Dismember is reasonable. It could also be a second copy of one of these bullets. So like you could have a second crypt or a second needle. I actually kind of like that quite a bit. Because like the matchups you're bringing them in, you're like quite happy if you just naturally draw it, like we did against Goryo. It's like, I'll just play Tormod's Crypt on 1.
Right.
And against Affinity, I probably would like 2 Pithing Needles, because it obviously depends on the build. But if they're on like an Emery Haywire Might build, being able to shut that off is pretty good. I think Dispatch is still too unreliable for me to reasonably accept it. Really honest, you've been trying a Dispatch and has not let you down. Dispatch has let me down constantly. It's just like I needed it. Like, I'm staring at my opponent, we're on the play, and they go like turn 1 Ocelot Pride, turn 2 Guide Ocelot. I'm just like, I have 2 artifacts.
Yeah, right. Or you like they wrath you and then play their Ajani and you top deck your Dispatch. You're like, yippee.
What about Miscast?
It's like Harbinger of the Seas is a thing.
I don't think we can reasonably cast that thing anywhere near on time.
Yeah.
Miscast is kind of sick if you really want to target Wrath of the Skies. Mana leak an instant or sorcery for a blue.
Is that better than the like give them the body counters? Like Swan
probably
Song
not.
Or whatever.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But they'll never see this coming. So what? Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of where I'm at. The list it does just feel pretty tight. even when we're not
Yeah.
playing
I think
against some of those decks.
I think that's a change I'm interested in trying, just like the main deck crypt, the main deck needle, and trying to figure out that extra sideboard slot, sort of toy around with that. I know it's a
Yeah.
small tweak, but keep like looking at affinity sideboards and like, can I learn anything from them? And I feel like the answer keeps being no.
Yeah, the decks just play out super differently. The Steel Shaper's, we agreed that the second card you would cut is Steel Shaper's Gift, not another 0, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you like that? Like one gift, just main deck needle, main deck crypt, 3 Memnite.
I think given the metagame is so like you get so many points by having the needle in some matchups that it's like probably worth it. So like let's look real quick. I don't know, what do we want? I don't think I want second Tez. I don't want a fourth hole. I'd probably just play like another crypt.
Yeah.
For right now.
Just because I don't even know if we like care that much for the graveyard decks. We're bringing in the cage anyway and the Tez now. Like, it's not amazing. I kind of wish we had something better for like Clarion Conqueror and like, where's my card that hits Clarion Conqueror and Wrath the Skies? That's what I want.
Yeah, give me the MH4 Swan Song, which is like kill anything that get a 3/3 flyer or counter anything. It's like
Sign
deal.
me up.
I will say like Kappa matches up pretty well against Clarion Conqueror.
It does. So does Battlefield Improvement. Like I had somebody play a Collector Oof against me, and I was like, "Cool, attack UBI," and it's like, "Ooh,
take 40."
Bye. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely have done that. Yeah, so I think maybe like at the PT, this is kind of the build you want, but maybe at an RC, and we'll see how the meta shakes out over the next week or two. I guess week and a half. But I could easily see just like having an extra gift because the RCs tend to be a little more open. And so I think just like the slightly more reliable like turn 2, turn 3 kills is probably slightly better, but I think it's pretty marginal. And now I think I'd probably run the 2 bullets in the main, the needle and the crypt.
Yeah, I think. I mean, certainly like PT versus RC. Yeah, like I think the needle, the bullets become even. I think kind of where I'm at is, I think the deck is going to do well day 1 in general, and then like day 2, winners metagame starts to look more consolidated, and that's where I really want those like main deck hate pieces.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like I think that's why I lean that way. But yeah, I don't know what the extra sideboard card is, and it seems very difficult to figure out what it is.
Yeah, no, so was down to try some Crusher Surgical Text next too. Yeah, Surgical is like the most overboarded card in Magic's history, I think, right? Flute, I think, is a fine card, but I don't know what you want it against. Like, I think Crusher plays Flute because he refuses to splash colors for reasons we will not mention. And so we can talk about it. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So here's the thing about
I got it.
Yeah. Here's the thing about Flute. You could just play Metallic Rebuke, and then they have to commit the card, and then it's countered, and then you move on with your day. I think Crusher is just kind of a madman who like gets a ton of equity from people not respecting Mana Tithe, for better or worse. And then obviously he like plays very tight, I'm sure. But that's kind of my stance. Like, I do appreciate that sometimes he like has these ideas and I'm like, that's probably a good idea. I'll try it out. But also, yeah. Ooh, that's true. Flute does improvise metallic rebuke. Jesus Christ.
It's interesting. I just took a peek at his last list, and like obviously Razor Grash Ambush is not something I think we want to do. It is kind of interesting though. He also
I think it's reasonable.
He main decks 2 Sigarda's Aid, which is such an odd number.
Yeah, he's playing. It's because he has like no interaction in the main, right?
Right.
Yeah, other than the
so he just like wants even more equippers. So I guess I'm just like looking at the first Steel Shaper and wondering if it's probably still better than the first Aid.
So like, and I think we've talked about this. I've definitely talked about this at some point. It's like BI and Paladin are so nice because they play in the exact same way. Like both want you to deploy your artifacts early. Yeah. Whereas Sigarda's Aid is like, okay, well do I hold this hammer? Do I not? Okay, I'll play the Sigarda's Aid out. Oh shit, they wrathed me. Now my hammer in hand doesn't do anything. And so it's like that's kind of where I'm at. I think if I wanted an extra equipper,
sure.
I might
the
play
3 mana thing.
Forge Anew is like good, but it is 3 mana. I might play Stolen Uniform if I wanted a third equipper. Stolen Uniform or Core Outfitter. Probably Stolen Uniform. Are you familiar with Stolen Uniform? Yeah,
good?
Yeah, I think so. I think my internet like briefly disconnected because OBS disconnected.
Okay.
So I think we're good. Yeah, we're back. Okay. Yeah, so what were we talking about?
You're talking about Stolen Uniform.
Oh yeah. I also like I won't lie. The main reason I want to do Stolen Uniform, is because the alternate art is so sick. Have you seen it?
I have not.
Okay, just a second. Here.
Let's see. Are you talking about like the Final Fantasy?
Yeah, look at this art.
Version?
It's so good. I guess I'm not sharing my screen with you. There you go.
I pulled it up, yeah.
Okay. It's so cool. Yeah, I think if I wanted an extra equipper, that would probably be the one, but it's pretty bad, so I'm not huge on that.
Yeah, not that into it.
Yeah, I just don't think there's an equipper that plays in the same way.
Like Aid is probably better than Uniform, but like you're right, there is tension there. I don't know. Like I think probably the extra the first gift is probably better than the extra equipper. So looking at other sideboard options, we could play like the first of March. I think that's fine. I don't know if March is better than Dismember or not. I think it's close.
Which member?
Maybe I prefer March.
Yeah, March is fine. I think the other issue is like right now I don't think there are specific problems that we need to solve, and so it's just like how consistent can we make the deck, and obviously having extra equippers. So like if you wanted to put in like extra equippers and things like that, I think you have to like cut some of the rebukes and things like that, and that card's just like it's just been so good that it's like
rebuke's great.
Card's insane.
I'm more referring to like we have one flex slot in the main with, or like 2 to 3, and then like about 1 to 2 in the board, right? So it's like, what are we looking for in these slots? But yeah, you're right. It's hard to know what problems we're trying to solve, and so like kill you, / consistency for gift is good, and then for the board, it's like, I don't know, like I've added a Tezzeret, like. There goes the needle. I don't know.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Is that actually 15?
Yeah, it's 15 right there. It's perfect.
Oh, you second crypt. I see. Yeah.
Yeah, second crypt.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could be. Yeah, I mean, costing 0 is so like good in this deck.
Storm. I don't know. Dispute. There's so many just like random like this counter's got to be okay sometimes.
Exactly, and so it's like I think those kind of decisions come down to like vibes right before the event, and it's like okay, cool, pick that, lock it in, call it a day. But other than that, I mean, I'm pretty happy with where the list is. I think it's a deck that people are not ready for. which people are like, oh, it's only good because people aren't ready. It's like, no, I think it's actually just a strong contender right now. I think people just don't play it. I think there is definitely like a stigma, and people are like, oh, it's a bad deck, but it's just like, it's the self-fulfilling prophecy, right? It's like, no one plays it, so it doesn't have results, so people think it's bad, so they keep not playing it. And obviously that's not always true, but I mean, people registered Boros for a PT, and that thing was 46% win rate, so, you know.
I think it was 43, right?
Was it 40? Might have been. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was even worse than that. You're right, though. I think the deck, like, we just went through the meta, and, like, we weren't in 100% agreement, but, like, there's, like, one matchup where I'm like, ooh, definitely not in the top decks, and then there's one in, like, sort of a lower percentage where I, like, don't really want to play against it. It's, like, most of the meta is, like, yeah, I'm excited to do this, and I think that's a good place to be, especially when you consider the fact that if you just play against like random other category, your deck also can just kill you on turn 2. So
like that's what we did against Goryo, right? It's like, all right, I hope you don't have Solitude. Oh, you don't, you died.
right
Oh my god,
so
Boris
I don't know, I don't really get what the problem is. Like, is everyone just like, I play my Paladin, I play my Hammer to draw a card, and then they kill it, and then you lose because you just like couldn't be bothered to deal 10 damage instead of draw a card?
Yes. Also, people like, the deck is deceptively difficult. Like, sometimes you do just have the turn 2 kills, but also like sequencing your lands is really big, stuff like that. And a lot of people just like also keep kind of whatever hands. It's like, this hand doesn't do anything. What did we keep this for? But yeah, I mean, I think the deck's sweet, obviously. I try to be very upfront, and when I think the deck is unplayable, I tell people that. Like during the ring meta, I was like, you should not play Hammer right now, and I played other decks. But right now, it's like, it genuinely like feels pretty good, especially if your opponent is a salty Necro player, and then you just get to giggle. But yeah, I think on that note, let me see who's streaming. Oh, Young Dingo, all reliable. I am going to send people over there. Is there any finishing messages you would like to send people with, other than, you know, like, comment, subscribe if you're watching the YouTube video? Shill.
I don't know. It's like, I feel like the things I want to say are like, just try the deck, but I feel like everybody who's here is already doing that. So, yup.
Yes, Ianos, that's exactly what that means. Yeah, I think a lot of people who are here are either homies, or they're just like, yeah, this is a sick deck. We're preaching to the choir out here. So, yeah. All right, man. Appreciate it as always. I'm going to send y'all over to Dingo, because he's a good dude. But, yeah. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see y'all next time. Next time we might be doing actual focus testing, which would be fun.